Did you know that if you're experiencing major change at work, that emotionally you might be going through something similar to a process of grief? It might be to do with changes resulting from the pandemic and the need to adapt our work practices, or it might be to do with some already planned restructuring by the employer. In this Wrightbus life coaching video, I'll explain the effects of change on our emotions, and I'll provide some top tips on how to emerge more positively from what's going on. I'll be back after the opening titles. In the meantime, are you on the right bus? And welcome back. Here we are talking all about personal development, your personal development. I'm Mervyn Strawn, creator of the 3 Journeys life coaching system, and I'm the author of the pocket self-help guide, Imagine Life as 3 Bus Journeys. There are many theories about how we respond to change and the roller coaster of emotions that we experience. Many of them, however, have their origins in the Kubler-Ross model, which depicts the 5 stages of grief along a curve. The late Swiss-American psychiatrist Elisabeth Kubler-Ross first discussed these stages in her internationally best-selling book called On Death and Dying, which was published in 1969. Time magazine described her as one of the 20th century's most important thinkers. Kubler-Ross said that when we face imminent death or bereavement, generally our pattern of adjustment follows 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression and acceptance. These are coping or defense mechanisms, and I'll go into more detail about each of them in a short while. Although the curve appears to be linear, when it comes to our emotions, we tend to move to and from and even back to the various stages in a random way. How long we spend at each stage depends on the individual. Some people remain stuck at a particular stage for some time. While the model is well known for helping individuals to deal with death, we've seen many organisations in recent decades adopt and adapt this model to understand how to manage change in the workplace. Organisations are continually looking at ways to extract maximum efficiency and to lower their costs, so change is inevitable. It might be incremental, or it might involve wholesale transformation to their ways of operating. Whatever happens, brands and organisations want to remain competitive and to remain relevant. As a result, procedures and systems are reconfigured, they're overhauled or replaced. Sometimes there's a shift in strategic focus and a review of products and services. Roles can often change and even be lost. What's remarkable, however, about the change brought about by the pandemic is just how far-reaching it has been in such a short space of time. So how can we manage change as individuals? Well, let's use the Kubler-Ross model. Let's imagine that an organisation has announced it will operate differently with a profound impact on employees. Taking the employee viewpoint, here's how the 5 stages might work. Stage 1, denial. Our defence mechanisms kick in as we attempt to process what's happening. We might refuse to accept it. We make statements such as, "This is not happening to me." Whether we believe it's happening or not, it's still likely to affect our performance and our ability to think clearly. It's common for some people to remain stuck at this stage for some time. They're often fixed on how things currently are or how they used to be. Stage 2, anger. Here we become more aware of the reality of what's happening and the possible consequences. We say things like, "This shouldn't be happening to me." We might feel bad-tempered, irritable or frustrated, and angry with ourselves or with others. We might even look for someone to blame. Stage 3, bargaining. At this point, the anger is dissipating and we're looking for ways to defer the inevitable. We might attempt to negotiate and ask for more time to reach some kind of compromise that is less traumatic. Stage 4, depression. At this point, other feelings emerge such as fear and regret, and we might find it difficult to see beyond only disappointment. We might become withdrawn and show limited excitement about anything. We might tell ourselves, what's the use of trying? Why bother? And then we reach the acceptance stage. By this point, we've acknowledged that fighting the change is futile. The grief is still there, we're hurting, but we tell ourselves we can come through it. Although our energy levels might still be affected, we begin to explore new opportunities arising as a result of what is happening. We begin preparing a strategy. So, how do we equip ourselves for change? What resilience strategy can we adopt? Having seen people in many different sectors go through this, my top tips are as follows. Tip number 1. Recognise that you're on a change curve which comes with a range of emotions that you're likely to move to and from and possibly back again to. It's natural to experience these emotions. How we manage our emotions is what counts. Tip number 2. Accept that life isn't always fair. That's how it is. Focus on what you can control and not what you can't control. Tip number 3. Maintain your personal routines such as exercise, socializing and relaxation. These are useful for providing some stability. We should particularly maintain the routines that are good for our physical and mental well-being. Tip number 4. Be careful how we vent our frustration. Workplace change is about business, it isn't personal. If we need to get our frustrations out, best to do so in a safe environment so that we won't have a negative impact on ourselves or others. Tip number 5. Ask ourselves if any positives will emerge from this change. We might even be able to draw upon any previous experiences of change. What did we learn about ourselves last time this happened, and did it turn out as badly as we'd imagined? Tip number 6. Be proactive. This shows your intention to shape your outcome rather than it being shaped for you. Tip number 7. Tap into your support network. Share how you're feeling with someone else, but move yourself gradually in the conversations to a point where you're identifying solutions. And finally, tip number 8. Remember that as individuals, we each have our own brand. How we respond to change will affect the value of our brand. So there you have it, 8 top tips for personally managing change. In the words of the Greek philosopher Socrates, the secret of managing change is to focus all of your energy on building the new rather than fighting the old. Well, that's all for this latest Right Bus Life Coaching video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like and feel free to leave a comment, as it would be great to hear from you. And do remember to press that subscribe button so that you're alerted to new content. In the meantime, enjoy the journey.